to start you up. 45 minutes. We are going to re-energize our bodies. We are going to reinvigorate our minds, and we're going to reconnect with our soul. Welcome, welcome, wherever you are from. Let's take a deep breath. What I want you to do is to just feel into your body. We spend a lot of time totally unaware of what our bodies are doing, feeling, acting, being. So I want you to take a moment, just deep breath, right into it. Feel that oxygen. Kind of take a deep breath and feel it kind of coming up from the floor, all the way up. Release it out and feel all that energy. Kind of feel it. Rub your hands together and get that energy, just feeling it. I can feel that. Yeah, let's make this energy circle a little bit bigger. Give ourselves more energetic space. And I want you to set your intention for why you're here. And today my word is enjoyment. You know, the enjoyment. And I'll talk about that some today. Go ahead and roll those shoulders. Feel that breath. And then settle into your body. We're going to start with energy zesting. So we're going to wake the energy up. When I take it, you're going really from where it connects in your neck right down to here. So from that spot where we're taking it across the midline, right? So you want to get across the midline. Releasing that energy. Well, I'm in the part of the world in the Pacific Northwest, and it's been cool and sunny, which has been absolutely beautiful. It seems that my little friends in the garden have more fun when it's not pouring down rain. I get to watch more of them. Now we're going to think of that core. We're going to open up that chest, and we're just going to take it across your body. Once again, across the midline, waking it up, moving out the stuck energy, right? Particularly if you do this first thing in the morning. This is such a great thing to do before you pop out the door. You know, if you've got some kind of a conference or a meeting, or if you're feeling a little bit in the, what shall I say, right here, we're going to tap. In the afternoon, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a morning person, so sometimes by, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I'm not as zippy as I am in the morning. So I do my energy zesting. I often even do just a quick version of it if I'm going into a meeting where I'm going to be on stage speaking. It kind of gives me a zipper-upper. So I highly encourage it. And I just want you to know, as far as tapping goes, there's no wrong way to tap. You can go online and see a variety of people and attitudes and how they do it. But it is definitely a way to reset your energy. And a lot of people deal it, like the EFT version is the emotional freedom technique, which is huge. I use a different one, but this right now is just to get that energy flowing, right? This right here in the thymus, sternum, whatever, right there. Just getting it awake, activated, activating your energy. Sometimes it just doesn't flow, like it's stuck. And then right here, I'm doing a taping today on emotion, which is going to be very, very informative, and that will be coming up later this week. You'll pop in and see it. I think you'll find it highly informative. Yes. Go ahead, we're going to just take it right the top of your head. Breathing with that energy. Just feel into it. I also want you to feel your feet now. Feel it, just all, roll them around a little bit. Let's see how they're feeling. Okay, right there, right in between your eyes. Start thinking about relaxing your shoulders. We carry so much of our stress in our shoulders into our neck. And then right down to your heart. Breathe into it. Get that breath moving right into your belly button, thumb in your belly button. And turn it over, and I want you to put your hands right there in your sacral chakra. That is your powerhouse. Take a deep breathe, a deep breath, and feel that power. We're going to rotate right around our spine. Our palms are down. We're just going to rotate around and feel through it. Now you're going to take your palms toward your body, and you're just going to let them kind of flop around. And as a matter of fact, you can even bend your knees and hips into this. This is a great way to just wake it up, move it around. You know, kind of just, what did I see someone say? Gorilla arms. Somehow, well, anyway, so it's a visual. And we're going to go ahead right here, and we're going to work with our hips too as we do the infinity and work through that. Nice and easy, beautiful. Just breathing with that. Now we're going to shoulder roll, and I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together and then push them down. We're going to work on that a little bit today too. Keeping that where it needs to be. Go ahead and bring them forward. All right. Then right down, we're going to go take a deep breath, deep breath, and bring that energy up. And then whoosh, and a deep breath, bringing that energy up. And one more, deep breath, bring it up. And now you gotta do shimmy. So just gotta get up. And if you can't jump like that, feel free to just bounce into it. But you gotta do the shimmy, get all that energy going. It's a really good way to just dance it, have some fun. And that whole thing, that rebounding, that bouncing is really good to activate your energy too. But if you've got problems with your feet or your knees, we've got options. I want you to take a deep breath. And we're gonna slowly rotate that head, very easy. We're gonna stay to the front right now. Mine sounds like Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, pop. And I want you to remember where our attention goes, our energy flows, right? So your attention, focus on your back of your neck, the upper back, through the shoulders. Now I want you to take it back. And be gentle on your neck, always. So amazing that we have such a small little neck holding up this gargantuan head. And then our spine. Yes, the human body is fascinating. And I want you to go ahead, I'm going to take your hands out. Okay? Right hand, just a couple fingers, tuck the left hand palm out. What I want you to do is open your neck, and I want you to put it to the side and forward. The piece that goes all the way down here, that's where we're working. So you want to give it just enough. You want to breathe into it, but you want to open it up. Both hands out. Feel those twinkle fingers. And we'll go to the other side. Beautiful. Yes. You want to adjust it so you're getting it all the way through. You're feeling your feet. Go ahead and work through them if you'd like to, but don't lift that stretch. Keep that stretch engaged. Remember that when we stretch, we lengthen and strengthen our muscles. Okay, take a deep breath. Clasp your hands behind your neck. Open up that chest, then that deep breath again. And we're going to exhale and fold our head forward and bring those elbows towards each other. And take it down a little further. Feel it through the neck and the upper back. Feel your balance. Inhale. Exhale. Open up, sesame. Go ahead and clasp those hands together. And you want to push your belly button towards your spine. You want to open up those shoulder blades. Scoop, 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 scoop. And then open up those shoulder blades a little further, elongating. Drop that head down. Now I want you to lift up. And we're going to actually take it, so this here, that's not full range of motion. So if you're physically able, get the full range of motion. You can see the difference, right? Dropping your shoulders versus now from there, all full range of motion. Then we're going to elongate and look up. And look up. Take a deep breath. From there, we're going to take a deep breath, open it up, let those hands float down, grab them in the back, and we're going to squeeze them together right down and open up our chest. Now, a trick about your chest that we need to learn, and that is when I say shoulders down, no one has a clue what, so, okay, how do I put my shoulders down? This is the trick. What you want to do is you want to, all right there, you're going to drop your shoulder blades, right? Drop them and then squeeze them together, okay? Drop and squeeze. That does several things. It aligns your spine and it keeps your shoulders from being up in your ears. So remember, drop and squeeze the shoulder blades. And think about that throughout the day, particularly as you notice your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears. I'm sure none of you people ever do that, not at all. I did a really interesting little study with myself when I was traveling. I started consciously doing like a body check I thought about every hour, and then I just started to kind of feel it into it. And I was amazed the number of times that my body went into an anxious state, like when there was nothing around me happening that should have triggered that. So I want you to go now into the reverse prayer. Our hands were behind, and now we're going to just take them up. And once again, drop and squeeze. That drop and squeeze works every time. Anyway, I was so surprised how certain things would trigger my system, my body. And, I'd get tense, or I'd, bring my shoulders up to my ears, or I could kind of, like look forward funny. And I realized that there are certain things that just trigger me that have nothing to do with fear, anxiety, danger. So I realized that it's so easy for us to start having habits and patterns that our bodies react to in certain ways, and that by stretching and breathing and bringing awareness to our bodies, we can reverse all of those bad triggers that we have self-installed, or our environment, if you will. So that will definitely be something we'll be working on, focusing on, becoming aware of. Okay, let's shake them out. One up, one back, and let's see where they meet in the middle. If yours don't meet, it's fine. The range of motion will increase the more frequently that you stretch. That I promise you. The least amount of time you stretch, the tighter the body gets. Unfortunately, this isn't a stretch for a month and you're all fixed. I thought of a really great statement the other day, and that is movement of any kind is good for your mind. So think about that. Shake it out. Think about that. Movement of any kind is good for your mind. So not only your body, but your mind. So remember that, how important movement is, whether it's singing or dancing or walking, certainly any version of exercise. But exercise, could be out if you enjoy mowing your yard or gardening, weeding and all those things, great for you. I mean, maybe somebody loves vacuuming. I personally don't. But, it's movement. So just think of it as movement. And if you're sitting still, and you can, gosh, what, you're sitting still, you could do some stretches. You could do a variety of things that'll keep your body moving. And so it's not only good for your body, but certainly for your mind. So take that with that, put it in the enjoyment bin. And I think it's time to we're going to do a little squat. So you want to get your legs far apart, and you can put your hands or your arms onto your thighs, and then you can just open up that low back and sit into it. Say hello to our favorite dragon. This is my favorite dragon, well, one of them. Yes, yes, yes. How are you dropping? Feeling good? Oh, sure. It's amazing. Take a deep breath. We're going to now put it into the hamstring, the back of our legs, okay? So you want to just drop with the gravity, drop your head, your neck, and you're going to go ahead. And as you straighten those legs, you're going to feel the back. You can feel them. Put your hands there. You can feel those hamstrings. More often than not, they are tight. Drop. You can drop it a little further. Breathe into it. Are you breathing? I'm sure you are. But I want you to become, let's switch it back, consciously breathing, because consciously breathing gives you so much more benefit. And you're going to hear about all kinds of breathing techniques. I switch them up all the time. Inhale. Let's go right into the hamstrings. You can drop. If you want to, you can go ahead and put your elbows into the palm, and then that'll open up your back a little bit more and drop you a little further. Feeling it all. Low back, hamstrings. It's open up your upper back. Okay. And from here, let's just take it all the way down. We're going to do the cat-cow, which I, as you know, don't love that name, but since I haven't renamed it yet, I want you to get nice and squared off. And you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to round your back, bringing your belly button to your spine and dropping your head. Then we're going to lift up. Hello. Deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if you just speed that up, with the breath. Super good for your intestines, small and large intestines. So do that a couple times every day. Do the start slow, work through it, and then speed it up. So good for us. Let's go ahead. Child's pose. Nice and easy. Easy does it. Feel that. Open it up. You may want to have your hands out here. Depending on where you put your hands, you're going to get a different release in your back and your pelvis. Some people are more comfortable having their forehead on their hands. That's fine too. I always say, play with the stretches. Be curious about what is best for your body. And remember, you always need to meet your body where it's at. And just breathe into that. Oh, feeling it. Open it up. Kind of empty your brain if you can. Okay, we're going to go ahead right here. Take a deep breath, and we're going to work through opening the spine and shoulders. Your right arm is going to go under. And then you're going to go up, and you're going to look at it. Look at the fingers if you can. Take it down and under. And stretch up. And one more on this side. Take a deep breath and switch sides. Take it under. Can you feel that rotation? When you just move into it. See what muscles are working as you slide into that. And then they move again, and then you feel your spine. And you go under. And you're up. And you're back right here. And we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a workout in the hip. So you just want to bring your right leg to your hand, or right hand. And then you want to sit back. Right, sit back. So you're not leaning forward, you're sitting back. And you should feel that through your hip, the entire range of it. And don't sag into it. Try and keep the rest of the body nice and square so your attention is really going on opening the hip. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel it. You know, I wonder how many times I say breathe in a week. Oh, my clients, I'm sure they hear tons of it. Okay, deep breath. Let's go ahead, switch, and bring the other one around. And just nestle it. And you'll find, sit back a little bit so you can really feel it. You'll find that your body is always compensating, that it's never ever symmetrical. So you need to just, like I said, meet your body where it's at, wherever that might be. Feel it a little bit in your spine. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay down on our side, and you can get comfortable, whatever's comfortable for you. Pulling my tights up. If you need to lengthen it, you can right here. Otherwise, you can nestle your head in your palm. You want to go ahead and bend that left knee, and I want to make sure you get a nice balance right here. You're nice and balanced. We're going to be working the front of your right leg. So bring it up, take that shin. I want you to pull it back and down. So you want to work right here, which is the belly of the quadriceps. 4 large muscles. Now, they're the opposing muscles to the hamstrings, which are on the back of the leg. So we want to make sure that we really are focusing on all of the muscles around the leg so that we can keep ourselves strengthened, strong, and mobile. Years ago, I had knee problems, and I was just certain that I had, oh gosh, arthritis, and gosh, I'm sure I had everything. I was going to have knee surgery. Adjust, so you really get right in the middle of that. And I was sent to PT, and I didn't really like this physical therapist at all. He had no personality. But it turned out he was really quite intelligent, so he gave me these exercises, which I sort of played with. And I came back and I said, oh, blah, 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 blah. And he looked at me and he said, once you've done the exercises, all of them as often as I've recommended, then we'll talk about it. And you know what? I did those exercises, and my knee has not bothered me in probably 10 years. So, and I have not gotten any less active. We're going to take that top leg. So I want you to activate your core, and you're going to bring it forward. There we go. Feeling that? Yes. And I have not gotten any less active. As a matter of fact, for those of you that don't know, I teach jazzercise as one of my fun things that I absolutely adore. And I've been teaching for 43 years. So I have been working this body, well, all my life. I was a gymnast and a dancer. But movement is so important. But also, we need to make sure that we're strengthening and lengthening balanced-wise around so that we would protect, like my knee. What had happened is I just had not gotten it evenly. I hadn't been using my muscles, all of them properly. Yes, that was me. And then let's go ahead and do the mermaid for a minute. You want to stretch that leg long, activate that core, arm overhead, and let's just stretch. Let's see if you can. Go ahead and stretch long. Oh, that's beautiful. How about the other side? So it's really, really important, and if we don't have our mobility, what do we have? I mean, I watch people that have ended up in, situations that are anything but healthy, and it's affected how they do their life. So, right knee, then we're going to pull up the left, take the shin gently. You're going to pull back and down. Really feel it activate. You might feel it in your shoulder blade, besides. We're actually moving, we're using more than just our quadriceps. But movement, movement, movement. I have a new client. And she had a very challenging year. A couple falls, broken shoulder, 2 knee replacements, a gash in her leg, and a partridge in a pear tree, I think. Anyway, it was amazing to me because I've known this woman for off and on for 10 years. And how she had gone from very active to having a problem with being able to actually physically move and breathe well. So that will be an interesting human to work with to put her functionality back together again. Get her energy flowing and all of the circuits properly talking to one another. That's the other thing too, is if you store a lot of trauma in your body, or if you're not moving, everything gets stagnant, and stagnant energy gets funky, right? Then your muscles you're not using your muscles, they atrophy, You're not using your mind. Well, who knows what happens then? We all do. So it's a functionality. It's not just, you know, let's keep fit. I mean, yeah, let's keep fit, but let's keep fit mind, body, and soul, right? It's all connected. You know, we're energy, right? Everything is energy. Everything is connected, and everything is always changing. I know that's a tough one to think about. But you don't have to wrap your head around it. You just, that it is. That is a fact. You know, take a little breath here, and we're going to go ahead and activate that core. Bring that leg forward, and breathe into it. It feels good, doesn't it? All right, we're going to roll over since we're right there. Actually, we're not going to roll all the way. We're going to just lean back. I want your feet apart. And we're going to go ahead and do the, I guess you could call them windshield wipers. You can call them whatever you want, but I want you to go through, and I want you to feel as you go through. I want you to feel it. Work through it. And then I want you to just on one side and feel it. And feel it. All right. Go ahead and roll yourselves down your spine. Take a deep breath, lengthen that spine. And let your upper torso just relax. Feel your hips anchored to the floor. And we're going to go ahead and push low into the low back. Push it into the floor. I actually want you to bring your toes up and anchor those heels in. And I just want you to feel your breath coming up and going down. Can you feel it on your spine? Up and down. And I noticed that my shoulders were coming up to my ears, right? I felt a little tension in that upper torso. And we want to keep that just nice and relaxed. But you have to sometimes give it a little information about relaxing. Maybe your hands are more comfortable here than they are here. But just breathe. You're opening your chest, feeling that core. In my case, looking at the light. So now I want you to take that right foot and set it on your left knee, and you're just going to take your fingertip and open it up. We'll work it all the way around that hip. Oftentimes affects the low back pain, and we're also working on lengthening that spine. Feel that oxygen just extending that spine. Sometimes I like to think of my breath as a color, and I can kind of see it. I'm a very visual person, so that kind of helps me feel my breath. So I told you we're going to talk about enjoyment, so I want you to do something. We all have our to-do list, I'm sure. Whether you write yours down, whether it's in your phone, on the refrigerator, who knows? You know, that was something my mom taught me 1,000 years ago as a small child. You should have a to-do list. So apparently I took that to heart and thought you should really have one. Anyway, I want you to schedule, I would say put more play in your day, but I want you to put in an enjoyment. The word enjoyment. I want you to schedule it in your to-do list. And I want you to go do something that brings you joy, that's fun, and I don't want you to feel bad about it. I don't want you to say I should be doing blah, 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 blah. I want you to go get it, have fun with it, and come back and tell me about what you did. Every single day, you've got to have enjoyment of that to-do list, okay? And if you don't have a to-do list, then I guess you could just have enjoyment on a piece of paper. How fun would that be? But that's one of the things I'm going to throw out. You know, when we find joy, when we live in joy and laughter, or, you know, there's nothing more fun than watching kids on a playground and the laughter and running and all of that new energy and that vibrancy is so good for us, all of us, collectively as humans, but I mean all of our human, you know, the whole bit. It does so much for you. When you put a smile on your face, you can just see that lifts our energy. And I think that's just a really wonderful thing to focus on with all the chaos that's percolating on this planet. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Go ahead and push that in. Now, the reason I'm not doing this right now is it's a different stretch. When we're here, it's more into the back. When we come up here, it's more into the glute. Both stretches are good. We're focusing on this one right now. Then since we're here, we're going to just slide that down. Arms go out, legs to the left, look to the right. Feel that open up, feel that spine rotation. Once again, we're keeping our upper torso nice and relaxed. Relaxed, relaxed, relaxed. Looking at your right hand. Just allowing the gravity to open, open, open. Switch sides and bring our legs to the right. We're going to look to the left. And open, open, open. Remember, put your attention where we're stretching. That's where your energy flows to. It's a good thing to remember in our lives. Where our attention goes, energy flows. Let's stretch those legs in the air and rotate. Feel those ankles, release our feet. Be kind to your feet. We use them, probably abuse them sometimes too. I was laughing. I found this pair of boots that were absolutely gorgeous, and I really loved them. And then I looked at the heel on them, and I just realized I probably couldn't walk across the room in them. So, anyway, be kind to your feet, and let's just go push through. And you're gonna feel a little bit in your calves and your Achilles and your shins and your ankles, and some more circles. So good. And the other direction. Now we're going to bend our knees, fingertips behind. Come on up to see me. Hello. Have I got a nice diamond? We're going to lift tall. And then I want you to lengthen that spine and just fall forward. You're going to feel that low back, your hips, your IT bands, all the good things opening up for you. Breathe through. So yeah, we're going to talk about emotions. There will be a separate video in here. I'm going to be giving you a tool to help acknowledge your emotions in the moment. So that will be great. I'll make sure that you put that enjoyment on your to-do list. Put it on your grocery list, maybe just buy something enjoyable at the store if that's fun for you, do something a little out there, buy something fun. If it speaks to you. We're opening. Okay, so we're going to do some breathing. Sit however is comfortable for you. And I want you to, instead of being here, I want you to think about just expanding your spine. And remember, drop and squeeze. And maybe you're more comfortable here. Maybe you're more comfortable with both legs in front of you. Whatever you're comfortable, maybe you're more comfortable leaning it with your back against the wall. Perfect. I know when I do some breathing sequences, I often sit on a little cushion. We're going to just do some box breathing, which is just a wonderful, pleasant, get you in a really nice activated vagus nerve, so relax. We're just going to inhale 4 through the nose. We're going to then suspend our breath for 4. We are then going to exhale through the mouth for 4, and then we're going to suspend our breath for 4. So when I say suspend, oftentimes I've used the word hold a lot, and I realize that when I use that word, oftentimes people hold, like all of a sudden they, and when I say suspend, it kind of seems like let it just sit out there, let it just be. So that's where I want you to think about that breath, that it's just there, not that, oh my gosh, I'm holding my breath. I think that activates something in our mind, so we're going to call it suspending. So it's box breathing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to inhale, and if you think about it, when we inhale, if you extend your belly all the way around, think about that. Then as we exhale, you want to squeeze it up, suck it all in, wring out that washcloth, okay? We'll do a few together. We're going to go ahead and inhale up for 4 through the nose. Suspend. Exhale through your mouth. Whoosh it all out. And suspend. Inhale. Suspend. Exhale. Suspend. Go ahead and do it at your own. Close your eyes if you'd like to. Do a couple more segments on your own. And one more. Go ahead and resume your regular breath. Open your eyes when it's comfortable for you. I encourage you to play with that enjoyment, put some play in your day, put that enjoyment on your to-do list. Feel free to think about it and play with it every day this week. Drop in the comments when you come back, or anytime you want to make a comment, let me know how that worked for you. I encourage you to, throughout your day, take a minute or 5 to do conscious and intentional breathing, one of the variety of techniques that you've seen. And just, it's so good for your system. It reconnects everything, and air's free, right? Use it, enjoy it. It opens, it expands, and you'll find your whole body will function so much better. You know I'm a big bugaboo about hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Water is the vessel for our energy to move, so if you're dehydrated, your body will not function, your organs will not function properly. So keep hydrated, keep that water flowing and going. Also, I highly recommend Legs Up the Wall for 10 minutes a day. You can look in the library and you can find that video if you don't know what I'm talking about. I also encourage you to stretch every single day, even if it's just 10 minutes. Pick one or two or three stretches, focus on them, and your body will tell you exactly what to do in that moment. It'll say, oh, you know, I'd like to stretch my back. I'd like to stretch my legs. Oh, you know, my neck could use a little. So 10 minutes a day. You know, if you can't find 10 minutes for yourself, then sit down and have a little conversation with that person in the mirror to find that. You deserve that. You are amazing humans. Thank you for being here today. And I look forward to continuing our beautiful community. I'm Jina. I'm the creator, the founder, and the chief energy officer right here at Strength, Stretch, and Shine, where all things are about flexibility for your mind, your body, and your soul. And I want to take a moment to say that you are special. If no one told you that, remember you're special. I love each and every one of you. If you liked this, please click the like button. And if you want to be a part of this community as it's continuing to grow, please subscribe. And I encourage you to share these videos with your friends and just share what you've enjoyed, have them become a part of this flexible community, as we would like to call ourselves. And remember, movement of any kind is good for your mind. That sounded just so real to me. I love each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And until then, be flexible.